Welcome to today's video. My name is Emilia if you're new here. I live on the countryside in Sweden and I grow my own vegetables, and I am just doing some random gardening projects today because, as you may have seen in my last video, I had like a huge planting out. So this is like the second part to that. I'm filming this intro after I've already done so many things, so I can just explain to you kind of what I've done. I have planted all my peppers. I planted some pumpkins, decorative pumpkins, edible pumpkins. I am right now filling up with soil on the last two beds that I need to start filling up. One is my garlic bed, has sunken quite a bit. I'm gonna do one bag of manure first. And here I got 2 bags of soil. The lettuce is looking so beautiful. It's little gem lettuce. I'm gonna harvest them. That's beautiful. Look at that. That's lovely. I'm gonna take these inside. I'll spread some fertilizer. And now I'm gonna carefully try to get the soil around the carrots. Look at all these bugs immigrating. How gross. So it's a cabbage bug. Brassica shield bug or crucifer shield bug. Disgusting. Yeah, they were all over my broccoli rabe plants. Luckily I have the rest of my brassicas covered. Now I'm just getting the drip back on. I've completely covered the oregano, but I'm sure it will find its way. Alright, so here I got my bell peppers and chillies. They have so many fruits on them already. I have a bunch of jalapenos here, like they're quite heavy, falling down. And then I've actually harvested 3 purple snacking purple bell peppers already. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna plant my bell peppers in here and my chilies over there. So I'm gonna set aside the, let's see, I have Ragin bell pepper, snacking red, we have snacking purple. I think I need to water these right away. Got the water ready, finally ready to plant. Let's start with these. Oof, so dry. So I actually had a shishito dying after transplanting. It was perfectly healthy, it was just a little dry. But that has never happened to me, that something died after transplanting. But maybe you can see it in the background. So I'm gonna have to pull that up and I'm gonna move all the shishitos to the side. Luckily it's not too hot and sunny today. It's actually a perfect transplant weather. Look at that pepper right there. Hello little bumblebee. I think saved a bumblebee yesterday. I was just getting water and then I saw it laying on the ground and I just thought it was having a little rest in the shade. But then I just took a closer look and it actually had parasites. like larvae. So gross. That's one of my biggest phobias. But I took a tweezer and I pulled all of them out. I feel nauseous even talking about it now. But I was just determined to save the poor thing. So it was just resting. I had it in the shade on like a big basil leaf. And then after a few hours, I just went outside to see how it was doing. And it was like moving around a little bit, but not flying. I did try to give it sugar water, but didn't really take it. So I brought it to a flower and I could see the little tongue sucking some nectar. Then it got tired again, so I just put it on a flower, and then it was resting there for I don't know how many hours. And then this morning it was gone, and it was not dead. It was not laying, because I'd laid it on flour. I would have seen if it would have fallen down underneath. But it didn't, so hopefully it survived and flew away. But it was just so cute. Like at first it was like trying to push me off with its little legs. But then after a while I think it just understood that I was trying to help it, and it was just letting me remove all of the larvae. There we go, the bell peppers are finally planted. Alright, so here we can see the shishitos. I pulled the dead one out, and these are looking like they're struggling as well. I have two that are looking okay. Here I got carrots, and in the middle here I got chard. On the edge over there I got beets, and then dill over here. So then here we have mini musk, 2 of them. We have blue ballet, 2 of them. We have 2 of each. Turk's turban, crowns of thorn, we actually have 3. And baby boo, we have 4. But I think I'm gonna plant all of the big ones here, I feel like. So mini musk, blue ballet, and Turk's turban are like the biggest. One here, here. Crown of thorns that I'll place maybe here. I'm actually gonna do the melons here, and then we have crown of thorns and baby boo. Alright, so now I know I'm like jumping back and forth quite a lot, but I'm gonna have my jalapenos here. As I mentioned, like I didn't know what to plant here. The aubergine, the eggplant, and the artichokes are looking really nice after transplanting them. I'm so glad, and it kind of looks like the snapdragons might bounce back too. But yeah, so here I have brassicas, cabbages, and once they've been harvested, I can grow something else here, like a fall crop or something, beans, whatever. Alright, so I'm done for now. I've just planted these 3 dwarf cherry tomatoes called Vilma right here. I was just going around seeing like where I can place them, and I feel like they might get shaded out by the peppers, and I should have placed these in front here, but I don't want to move these 3 because they're a little bit sad and I don't want to lose them. So I just need to get everything in the ground really. And yeah, it'll get plenty of sun for the next maybe 2 months. Then I planted the 2 Anaheims right over here. So 1, 2. So everything is now that are ready to get in the ground is in the ground. And I'm gonna do a tour soon. I'm not gonna do a May tour, it's just planting out this month, but June is next week, so I'm gonna do a tour after I've planted and sowed everything, so you'll see that then. This is what it's looking like right now, what we planted today. I'm just really pleased, and I can't wait to see all of the seeds that I've sown popping up as well. And I do have a bunch of onions still left to plant, a whole bunch of flowers and a few vegetables. We live right down below like an airline field. It's really annoying sometimes when you have to film. I did actually get my first pour of Bokashi liquid. That's so exciting. I got about 125 milliliters, which is a lot because you use about 1 to 100 when fertilizing like a vegetable garden, for example. You need a lot more when fertilizing like a tree or a shrub, for example. But here in the garden, especially for seedlings, you don't need all that much. I'm gonna need about 10 milliliters per watering can because I think my watering can is 10 liters. And that's gonna last me for like 12 or 13 cans, which I'm not gonna use today probably, but we'll see how much I use. I can save that liquid. I poured it into a bottle. So I'm gonna plant all my zucchinis in here, but they are still hardening off, so I'm gonna plant them this weekend. But I'm gonna plant like a bunch of flowers today, all my zinnias. I'm gonna direct sow a little bit. I have some herbs to plant, and then top off the garlic bed, and we'll see what I'll do. And yeah, water and fertilize with my Bokashi. All right, that's done. I need to lay down the irrigation. We've had quite the storm for the last couple of days. It's always a little bit windy on the countryside, especially when you leave this open. We have planted trees around here to sort of act like a wind shield for the vegetable garden. When we have storms like that, it really affects the garden. It was not on my weather app, so didn't know what was gonna happen. It was like a few days after I planted all of my seedlings. So I've had some losses, and also everything that I sow seeds might not come up because, you know, wind dries out the surface of the soil so quickly, and I haven't mulched yet, and yeah, I just haven't been that great of a start. And there's always something, you know. And this year I planted, or I did sow quite a lot of shishito peppers. I had like 6 because that's something I really love. But I lost one right after transplanting it. And now it seems like I've lost 3 more. I don't know what's going on. I've also lost 1 tomato. All right, this is the garlic bed. And I have parsnips here that is from last year. I just need to fill this up, and I've already started with this manure, but I still have the irrigation, so I need to pull that out first, and then I also need to take this out. I also need to create like a new twine netting on this trellis. This is for my cucumbers, and then remove weeds that I can see. So I'm probably not gonna plant anything here until I've harvested all of the garlic, so that I can like really get in and dig them up. That will be really hard if there is something else in here. Carefully spreading this manure around, and then fill it with some soil as well. When I go to pull the garlic, I can fill the rest up and then plant like fall sowing or some direct sowing with lettuce or whatever. Maybe I should get my Bokashi compost for this bed. And then it can be a test to see like if the Bokashi compost is totally broken down and composted when I go to harvest the garlics, which should be like a month from now. All right, let's see. It's a full bin in here. And it's been fermenting for a few weeks, so it should be perfect. Like a whole piece of bread. There was some liquid in the bottom as well. So I'm gonna rinse this out and start a new bucket. I'm just hopeful that the worms and such are not gonna confuse like the garlics for this food. There's a honeybee here. I actually have like some cute little drinking stations for them that I got from my mom that I'm gonna place around the garden when I'm done here. This is what it looks like. And I'm gonna show you here because this was in the very bottom. It's like really soft and like starting to break down. Look at this. And there's no smell. This one is actually moldy. I'm gonna throw that away. And this also had some liquid. You can see it's wet here. So these two garlics are gonna be really happy. It's gonna be a perfect little like recharge for this garlic bed. My entire mulching plan for this year is ruined. There's mold all in my haylage. I was just trying to take a little pile here and then it's just like a smoke cloud of mold. It was so gross and I don't want that in my garden. So we're gonna have to, I don't know, remove all of this. Anyways, I need to solve that. But here are my shishitos that are looking really sad. Like they have shishito peppers on them. Yeah, there's like one healthy looking shishito. But I guess I'll just continue to plant. Here I got a parsley. Here I'm gonna have cucumbers trailing down all around here and then cucumbers in the middle of the trellis. So I had parsley here last year. I think that's a great spot. I do like my sage plant and then I have like a tiny little thyme here that I can maybe put there. I'm just gonna co-plant this sage and this thyme. Oh, I hate those spiders. They're like completely flat. They look like they're about to attack you at any minute. So here is the tomato it's just done. And then we'll plant something else in here. These look fine. This is a variety called Maya. It's a determinate tomato. But I have some flowers in between that probably are gonna fill out this area. And this yellow donut, it was so healthy. You could see me plant them. But I'm just gonna remove the damaged leaves for now. Hopefully it'll send out some new shoots. The sweet alyssum, like you can see here, it's like all shriveled up. These look fine. But also like right here you can see my sun gold. Like this one is just so sad. This one is fine. It even has like flowers. Then here in this bed, this one is looking sad. I'm gonna pull that. All of them are looking sad, but I think these are recovering. But these look pretty strong and healthy. I'm just gonna leave everything for the next couple of days and make a new assessment. This tomato, bye-bye. Yeah, I think that's gonna work out better in the end, actually. In the bed next to it here, they're looking fine, a little bit like curled and stressed, but they'll rebounce. And then the peppers are looking really good, actually. I have some carrots here. And here I'm gonna plant a few things right now. I'm gonna pop in flowers, zinnias mostly. Okay, so let's do like a mix here with both of the zinnia profusions, like a little bit randomly. One here, profusion apricot. A little mix here with the profusions, apricot and white. I was gonna plant my Clarkia here, but I think I'm gonna have the Clarkia in my flower beds actually, because they get so tall and they might even need support. Alright, so right here my camera died and it will be just a few seconds or so until I can talk to the camera again. But meanwhile, I'm just gonna do a voiceover, and in the edge here I planted zinnia thumbelinas and a marigold in the corner. In this bed I am doing the sunbow mix zinnias. Here I am planting 3 indeterminate tomatoes, 2 black prince and 1 indigo rose. I have a spare indigo rose I'm gonna plant later. These are calendulas that I just spread all over the garden basically. And then I plant my rosemary that I overwintered in my growing room. And then here I am starting to mix my Bokashi liquid. And this is about the time that I realized that my mic wasn't alive. My mic receiver died, so now you can't hear me really well. But now I'm gonna water with the Bokashi. Alright, so sorry about the sound. I just want to say thank you for watching, and I still have some more planting to do, so subscribe. A lot of fun projects coming up, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.